I think most of us are familiar with shamanism or have a general idea of what it is, but for those who don't know, shamans are the intermediaries between this world and the world of spirit in a society that has an animistic worldview. Animism being the idea that everything is animated by a soul or spirit. Shamanism isn't directly connected to any single culture, but experts say the term shaman originated with the Tungus people of eastern Siberia. And some archaeologists have argued that the word may have entered the Tungus lexicon as a bastardized form of the Arabic term shaitan, meaning devil, which was used by Europeans in regard to the non-Christian spiritual practices of the indigenous folk beyond the Ural Mountains of Russia. Interesting thought. Anyway, anthropologists adopted the term shaman and have used it to refer to the spiritual and ceremonial traditions among indigenous cultures worldwide. This is because of the stark similarities between these various ancient traditions. Shamans are individuals with a specific duty in an animistic society, and that duty is to go to the other planes of existence, converse with the spirits, and bring back messages for the benefit of the community. Shamanism is in no way tied to any specific religion or creed. Even though a variety of formal religions are said to have roots in ancient shamanic traditions, it's a spiritual practice. You'll hear it referred to as a religion, but it is not. But then again, there's a lot of bullshit going around online concerning Neo-Shamanism. A lot of bullshit. The New Age culture has taken possession of it and coated it with a veneer of Judeo-Christian morality because, my hippie friends, there is no one more Christian than you. I know, right now you're weeping into your bowl of gluten-free granola, claiming you've long ago left Christianity in the dust, but you haven't. You're still tethered to that umbilical cord connected to Mother Modernity, to the Western world's foundation based upon the Christian good-bad duality. And why are you? It's fear. You're afraid to face the darkness. You want safety above anything else. But until you let that go, until you realize that it's not about good or evil, but about order and chaos, you will never truly be in tune with the ways of the ancients. And besides, the number one reason you can never be a true shaman is we here in the Western world don't live in an animistic society. Now, for those of you who are regular viewers of this channel, you will know I got this thing for the primal. Because of this, I have an interest in shamanism because, as many believe, it is the earliest known form of accessing the sacred. And like all spiritual practices, shamanism has its heterodox variant. This is called Black Shamanism. Black Shamanism rejects the notion of a shaman as a healer and guide in favor of personal gain. That is, they perform their rituals for the benefit of the self, thus, in my opinion, making them practitioners of the left-hand path. You can say that shamans of the dark side utilize a form of shamanism which is, quote, the evil counterpart of traditional shamanism. Understand that shamans are labeled according to the direction from which they draw their power. Thus, a shaman who is supported by dark deities and spirits is known as a shaman of the black side. The shamans of the black side do not attempt to reach the highest of the three planes of existence, but instead choose to connect with this plane, the carnal, and the lower plane, or underworld. Black invocations are, therefore, intended to overcome negative deeds and consequences by pitting might against might. The black spirits act as agents of vengeance. They are adversaries and enforcers, worshipped as entities of black heaven. The black shamans are known for many dark deeds, but what they all have in common is conjuring evil spirits, warping the elements for destructive means, placing curses upon people, and stealing the life force from the living. Thus, they are sometimes referred to as the eaters of souls. One exaggerated form of black shamanism would be the Navajo figure known as the skinwalker. Tradition has it that skinwalkers come about when a shaman abuses indigenous magic for the benefit of evil. He is then given mystical powers that vary in different traditions, but the one thing they all have in common is the ability to turn into or possess an animal or person. Now, in Mongolia, it is believed by some that black shamanism came about due to the encroachment of Buddhism into the Mongols' animistic culture. This mix of Buddhist and shamanic traditions became known as yellow shamanism. So, like here in the West, you have a corruption of an ancient non-dualistic tradition. And to retain that purity of the practice, what did they do? They emphasized the darkness. So, in conclusion, can you here in the Western world become a shaman or black shaman? No, you cannot. Unless you're sitting in a yurt on the Mongolian steppes, you do not live in anything close to an animistic society. Calling yourself a shaman is like being a scuba diver in a dry lake bed. Without animism, there is no shamanism. Until next time, my friends.